policies don't know how to compromise.
Okay,
so
Ishmael,
it always ends up having to go.
No, I agree with Dave, and I just gotta say, I don't like the far right will campaign. I feel like the far left campaigns on. I feel like the far left is not liberal in the least. I think I think we have been running on. We at least won't do that to you. Because Obama, people who were like surprised when Obama wasn't this big liberal, I'm like, have you listened to what he said? He was a moderate the whole way. There was nothing liberal about him. As much as they want to make him seem like he's a communist and he's the most liberal president ever, Obama never, he was like anti-gay marriage. None of his policies seemed like Bernie, you know? And Bernie kind of helped Hillary go a little more left. Because she was just coming off like as a centrist, like Obama. And I'm just waiting for the fucking liberals to be liberal. I think we're just like, we are not Republican. We are not conservative, so vote for us. I have yet to see, except for Bernie, an extreme liberal who are like, these are our ideals. This is what I'm trying to do. And hopefully I can get it done, but I may feel like that. The Republicans, they go so extreme that you just try and find someone who is at least close to what you're looking for. I can't remember the last time the Democrats had that since Clinton, because Clinton was not a Democrat, or at least not a liberal. He was a conservative. I mean, well, maybe not. He was a centrist, you know. He was anti-welfare. Which is like, you know, government subsidies programs, and I mean, I can't remember the last time we had someone who was supporting a lot of the ideals that we feel.
FDR was the last time.
Exactly. Because Obama was not that. Obama was a centrist who was black, and that made him a socialist, essentially.
When I said that the liberals run from the far left in our country, I meant in Canada. So the Liberal Party here, so because we have multiple parties in Canada, they have to contend with, because there's more left parties, there's only like really one federal right party. I mean, we do have our libertarian, but they don't get any seats. So there's really only one legit right party, and then there's three legit left parties to choose from. So the liberals have to try to steal votes from the Democrat, like the Social Democrats, which contains, inside the NDP, you have Social Democrat, you have Democratic Socialists, and you have regular Socialists, all within that party. And then you have the Green Party, which David really likes the Green Party. So they have to contend with those three parties to get votes. So they tend to run further to the left to try to compete with those other two left parties, because the other two parties, like the NDP and the Green Party, they're like real left parties. Like in the U.S., you would consider them fucking communists.
Oh, okay.
But they're not real.
Communists in the U.S. sounds like a good party to me. But anyway.
The good thing about Bernie, though, is he's not just pulling Hillary to the right. I think he's pulling the entire conversation.
Yes, I agree.
To the left.
Yeah.
He's recalibrating. I mean, I totally wish Elizabeth Warren was running. Oh my gosh, right? Like,
I know.
To take care of the whole first female president.
People wanted her to run VP to Bernie. They're like, if she ran VP, maybe, I don't think that would have worked. So I hope she waits till next one. But yeah, you're right. Elizabeth Warren is the truth.
I kind of feel, and maybe, like, you can, this is to David, you can, for me, Bernie would come in to Canada and fit right into the political system here and be kind of like a Jack Layton type of guy. What do you think about that?
Although all of his policies would be already fulfilled here, so I
know that. It's the way that speaks.
Maybe. I don't know, but that's a good argument. You should kind of flesh that out a bit more. Because he's running. His passion is fulfilling the policies in the United States that have already happened.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you listen, sorry to interrupt you as well. If you listen to the way that Jack Layton spoke, it's kind of in the similarity. Obviously, is caring for the citizen, and the view that politics should not be to help companies. It should be to help the citizens. Like, everybody should have as fair a start as you could possibly give them. Obviously, some people are going to start ahead because in a social democratic society, not a democratic socialist, in a social democratic society, you still have the capitalist economy, but a socialist government. So you still have to have competition. You're still going to have people that are richer than you, but the taxes that are gained from the capitalist economic system is geared towards social programs, healthcare, broadening your welfare system, your infrastructure, your educational system. Those are the things that brought up. If you go on to Wikipedia and you look up the term social democrat and you go down into famous social democrats, you'll find that they have paired Bernie Sanders with Jack Layton.
Ishmael, I want to break in here for just a second.
Go ahead. I'm done.
All right. Ishmael, do me a favor. If you were the anti-Trump, what would you sound like?
If I was an anti-Trump, you mean out of everyone who's running now?
No, if you were the anti-Trump, like if, there's Trump, then there's Ishmael,
the antithesis of Trump.
Exactly. What would you actually sound like?
It would be Bernie with social justice issues more being at the forefront, to be honest. Because I feel like everything Bernie is saying is things that I agree with. And I'm not one to try and be like, oh, issues regarding African Americans are not at your top priority, because I don't see why he would think they were at his top priority initially, especially coming from a Democratic Party that had Hillary, that had Bill. I guess I shouldn't blame Hillary. That had Bill, then that had Obama. Black issues aren't at the forefront. But now it is with BLM, with Black Lives Matters, so it would literally be Obama if Obama wasn't black. And what I mean at that is Obama doesn't have the luxury to look at black issues. He really doesn't. I mean, when he talks about like Trayvon may be me when I was a kid, and then he has all this backlash. But what I mean is just like the issues that Bernie's talking about, but that also has to do with black issues. That also has to, because I feel like it all fits in. It all feels like a society that like is disconnected from its citizens, whether it be financially, socially, and so it's basically what Bernie's trying to do. I'm honestly a big Bernie fan, and just like, just some social justice issues that are, I mean, and I think he is doing that with fucking Killer Mike, Yeah. But I just don't think it's gonna work out, because Hillary is
I'm a huge Bernie fan myself, but what I was trying to get at was just to turn the absolute farce on its face. What would, if Trump were black, what would he actually sound like?
Okay. So next time, if you want to do that, you got to give me a heads up. I'm willing to do what you're trying to do. I totally failed at that. No,
so you're saying what would someone anti-Trump on the GOP side sound like?
Yeah, if Trump
I don't even know
were,
what that sounds like.
I don't.
Trump was black. It would be like, yes, we're with you. You want to hang yourself and your family? Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Trump is his whole thing. It sounds like a lot of racism. It sounds like a lot of white.
Completely agree.
I don't know.
So this is
I don't think. I think he just has no substance. He just platitudes.
His substance is racism. His substance is anti-immigrant, anti-Muslim.
I think his followers and people are cheering for him are, but I don't really get that from him. I just think he's going to say that he's the best, that he does everything, any criteria or any point, he says he's the best at it, whether it be his dick size.
In between that, he said every Muslim should never come in. He said no Muslim should come in. He also said every Mexican is a potential rapist. I mean, he's playing that race card.
He said that once. I'm not excusing him, but it's not. He's learned from the outrage, and that he has to admit he hasn't been.
There was no outrage. his numbers went up, baby.
Absolutely.
His numbers went up. He didn't
that's not.
Hang on, David. Hang on. So this was actually our next topic. So I'm just gonna throw this out there, and then you guys can get back to what you're doing. So the next topic is
I just
Trump.
got enough. Can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not just a fighter. I'm a wrestler. I'll wrestle the shit out of Dave. So I just want him to know that.
Hey,
I'll fuck it down in 2 minutes.
So to the listeners, we're just going to take a real quick ad break. We'll be right back.
Sometimes there's a man. I won't say hero. Well, I won't say man either. More like a sarcastic 2-inch tall Lego minifigure bent on world domination. I'm talking about Lego Darwin.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this totally groovy day.
Deadhead Animation presents the internet's #1 most trusted anthropomorphic plastic toy.
I mean, some guy wrote that in a forum on the internet, so it must be true, right?
Lego Darwin as Lego Darwin in Lego Darwin.
They care nothing about the dangerous health effects on people living near these towers of doom.
Bringing you everything you need to know about the news, politics, and the world today, all while sporting one of the damn finest beards I've ever seen.
All I have to do is plug in this cable and we can send Marty back to the future.
Oh. Deadhead Animation presents Lego Darwin. New episodes every week right here on Deadhead Animation. Taking the piss out of everything.
The next topic is Donald Trump and the Trump's family connection to the KKK and Donald Trump saying that he didn't know who David Duke was. So you guys can get back to where, I'm sorry that I interrupted you guys. I just wanted to let you guys...
No, you're not. You just wanted to interrupt.
Fuck
fucking attention whore.
You just wanted to be the white guy that got to interrupt the black guy. Don't even play like that.
He felt it because he stopped black on his own.
Okay, Jonathan, you realize that I'm Canadian and we don't really think like that, right? Like I don't, like once we get into a conversation, I'm not really thinking I'm talking to two black guys. I'm thinking David.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey.
Excuse me. Am I invisible?
I'm from Florida.
Am I invisible?
No, you are invisible. What are you saying? Huh? What is there? Is there someone that's actually half black that's actually trying to talk? What? Huh? What?
Hello, Jonathan.
Yeah, Ari.
Hello, my name is Simon. Anyways, okay. So, do you remember where you were, David?
Yeah, so I was saying that
Ishmael's ass.
Because I'm acknowledging what Isabel's saying, that
Wait,
there is a race. Ishmael.
Oh,
Ishmael. What did I say? Ishmael.
Yeah, you said so.
That there is a racist overturn of Trump, but if you've noticed in his rhetoric, like when's the last time he's actually said something super racist? He said that like at the beginning of his run, right? But like it's the people that follow him that are perpetuating the racist shit and associating him with the the anti-Muslim bigotry.
Well, also the Germans followed Hitler whenever that. And I don't mean to bring it down to that level, but the comments. I don't need to bring that into. I don't want to bring Godwin into it, but the basic person that lived in Germany weren't necessarily a racist against Jewish people, but they got caught up in the same bullshit that Trump's saying about Mexicans and Muslims and all the same thing. And again, I don't mean to bring up Godwin's law, but that is a historical thing that we can point back to.
You brought it up, but then you said that had nothing to do with the Germans. Wait, what did you say?
It's human psyche.
Being the same
hang on.
That's my thing. Like,
when I say that, I mean it's human psyche. Whenever you're the in group, it doesn't matter what the out group is, whether it's a racial group or a religious group. The in group, out group thing really is a thing. And what Trump is doing, it wouldn't have mattered if it was right now, what he's talking about is, Muslims and Mexicans.
Yeah, but back then they would just